Hello, Foxy Finds here, and welcome to my very first video. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and what I have planned for this channel. I've been an avid Pokemon fan as far back as I can remember. I've been playing since the good old Red and Blue days. I've gone through all the main series games, watched every episode of Ash's Journey in the anime, and played the TCG for a few years. I've collected every Pokemon they've released to date, and continued my journey through shiny hunting. I now wish to continue this journey with you. As I start up a new YouTube channel on the very first day of a new year, what better time to start with a brand new challenge, a shiny hunting challenge. I'm giving myself 366 days to catch 366 unique shiny Pokemon. Let's dive into the rules, shall we? First, each shiny Pokemon must be obtained legitimately by myself. No glitches, no hacks, no cheating, no trades. Second, the Pokemon must be able to be transferred to Pokemon Home. This will exclude games that have shiny Pokemon in them, but don't connect to the other games. Third, each Pokemon must have a different national Pokédex number. This means that for Pokemon with multiple forms, I can pick any of the forms, but it'll only count once. Fourth, I'm allowed to evolve Pokemon to fulfill a different Pokédex number. This includes trading as long as the trading is a trade and trade back, and I don't get any benefits from the other Pokemon. Finally, event Pokemon and official giveaways are fair game. As I go about this task, I'll be offering information on my shiny hunting methods that I use for each shiny. I'll also be providing trivia as I go on each Pokemon. You may learn a thing or two about the lore or history of your favorite Pokemon. To give you an idea, I couldn't start a challenge like this without our first shiny catch. And I started us off with a big one. Or maybe a small one, depending on your perspective. At Pokédex number 151, we have Shiny Mew. It is able to turn itself invisible and put up barriers to protect itself. These lead to sightings of it to be extremely rare. Many question if this Pokemon even really exists. Mew is said to have the DNA of every Pokemon, and thus is speculated to have been the ancestor of all Pokemon. Back on February 20th of 2021, Pokemon Go held the Pokemon Go Tour Kanto event. This allowed players to earn research that would reward them with a shiny Mew. On July 6th, 2023, this research became available to purchase for all players who had not previously received the research. Now, getting this research was only the first step in getting my hands on this rare Pokemon. There were 3 stages to the research to complete before you could catch Mew. Each one more work than the last. I won't go into each one individually, but I'll put them up on screen and you can pause and read them if you'd like. A little history behind Mew. Despite being mentioned in a couple books on Cinnabar Island, Mew was intended to stay a myth. It wasn't planned to be in the games at all. Mew was secretly added to the game after the final testing was done. This was quite a risky move, as there was no way to test for errors or bugs. I could honestly do an entire video just on the inclusion of Mew into the games, and the lore, rumors, and effects it had on the franchise. But that'll have to be all for now. I hope you enjoyed a little taste of what this year has in store. Next week, I'll be covering more Pokemon and more hunts in a full video. You'll never know what I'll find next. And with that, I must say goodbye. Happy hunting.